Tell me if it's red.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is Sean Fitzgerald from Observe What Is. The subject of this video is on business owners, and we've got Penny here. She owns a health business, and we're going to talk to her about her business now. Welcome, Penny. A little introduction from yourself, your name, your full name, your age, if you're married, and a little bit about yourself, Penny.
Okay, I'm Penny Paul. I'm 53 years old. I have 3 children, and my passion is helping people so that they don't get sick.
So that they don't get sick. And anything else about yourself? You told me you love your dogs.
Um,
Sorry, slide carry on there.
I
Keep it up. Yeah.
I have animals. I'm passionate about my animals. I have extensive hobbies. I do cake decorating, flower arranging, sewing, a little bit of gardening. And I think I'm very grounded in what I do. I'm not scared to get my hands dirty. If something needs to be done, I'll get stuck in and do it.
Wonderful. Thank you, Penny. What is the nature of your present business in the health industry? What is the name of your health company?
It's Best Weight Loss.
Look at the screen here. Best Weight Loss.
Best Weight Loss.
And the nature of it?
What we do is we correct imbalances in the body. By saying this, we work with the hormones in the body. We ask you to have a blood test. From the blood test, we can determine exactly what is needed to get the body to function correctly. In other words, work 100% correctly. So that when you eat, whether it's a piece of chocolate, whether it's a piece of cake, the body processes it correctly and it doesn't make you fat.
Thank you, Penny. Have you ever owned any other business in the past?
In a weak moment, I bought a tea room takeaway.
Okay. And what happened there?
It's just not for me. I like to sit down. I like to listen to people's problems. I like to help
Just
them.
keep it louder. Huh? Yeah, you like to help them.
Help them, yeah. In a tea room, you don't get that time. It's a very impersonal situation, which is really not my cup of tea.
Penny, I wanted to ask you. I know this is off the side. I know you spoke about. You said that a person can eat chocolates and still lose weight. Was that correct? Did I hear you right on that?
No, not really.
Oh, okay, sorry.
While you have an imbalance in your body,
okay,
right, and the body isn't quite sure of what it really should be doing with whatever you're eating.
all right.
No, but once you correct that imbalance and your body is functioning correctly, your body will then interpret chocolate, and then you can eat your chocolate and you won't convert it to fat.
Okay, so it's like a very natural process.
Yeah, but a good tip is dark chocolate is better for you than milk chocolate.
Dark chocolate.
Dark
Always
chocolate.
the case.
Always the case, because the milk chocolate contains extra sugar.
Okay. All right, that's a great tip for our viewers. All right. Why did you start sorry, I'm going to ask you this again. Why did you start a business in this health field? Money, passion, what was it? Freedom? What was it?
Well, initially I thought it was an easy job because I used to work in a bank.
Okay.
I used to be in charge of the branches, and then I went into auditing, so my job was very detailed. My husband needed to have a knee replacement, and he was overweight, and the orthopedic surgeon told my husband that he needed to lose weight in order to help solve the problem, because he was a little bit too young to have the knee replacement. So as we walked out of the doctor's rooms, I turned to my husband. I said, okay, I know exactly where we're going to go to lose his weight. I, of course, didn't need to lose weight at the time. Well, that's what I bluffed myself. My husband lost 35 kilos in 12 weeks, and I lost 18 in 12 weeks.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. And then the opportunity arose where the clinic was closing that we had initially gone to. And I approached the doctor concerned, and I said to him, I've done the program, I know all about it, and I think I'm suitable to run the clinic. After a bit of negotiation, he said, fine, you can run the clinic for me, So I thought I could waltz in the morning at 10 o'clock, see a couple of patients, leave by 2 o'clock, and the rest of the afternoon would be free.
Okay.
That wasn't what I
Wasn't the
expected.
case.
Not
Alright.
the case at
Okay.
all.
So what happened?
Well, you initially have to set up seminars, you have to speak to people, you have to give them the necessary forms. Then when the results come through, you have to put together their programs. Then, of course, you've got to interview your clients.
Okay.
You've got to go through the program with them. You've got to monitor them, listen to their problems. So it's not just a 5-minute job.
And in terms of, this is your passion. This is something you are driven to do.
You know,
No, not really.
I always feel that when I put my head on the pillow at night, I must have helped people, not
Okay.
hindered them.
All right.
Okay, and what I'm doing, I'm helping.
Yeah.
Whether you are insulin dependent, whether you have backache, or whether you are just overweight and you want to walk along the Durban beach in a string bikini, that's entirely up to you.
Okay.
But for whatever reason you want to lose your weight, I must be there to assist you.
Brilliant.
Right, the doctors send us cardiologists send us patients, orthopedic surgeons send us patients. You've got women that are going in for plastic surgery and the plastic surgeons won't touch them.
Wow.
Their classic statement is, lose 20 kilos and come and see me later.
Yeah.
And I asked a plastic surgeon once, I said,
Yeah.
why do you always tell your patients to lose 20 kilos?
Yes.
He said, well, I'll do a good job
Yeah.
and it looks good, and then they lose weight and it looks terrible. And who do they refer to at the end of the day? They refer to me as being doing a bad job.
Okay.
So I insist that my patients lose 20 kilos, then I'll do the plastic surgery and make them beautiful.
Yeah. All right. What was okay, we covered this, we spoke about some of the challenges you had. In the beginning, you said that you thought it was easy, you're going to just run into it,
Well,
and just all
I
those
thought
challenges.
I was going to have plenty of time on my hands.
And it wasn't the case.
But you must realize when I first set up my business,
Yes.
I was not computer literate at all.
Okay, so
I was never taught computers at school. And I always laughed and joked and told everybody that the only thing I can do with a computer is play cards and type a letter.
Okay.
And then, of course, I had to put programs together, spreadsheets
Yes,
together.
yes.
So every 5 minutes I was on the phone phoning one of my children saying, how do I do this?
Yes.
What do I do?
Yes.
So that was my biggest hurdle.
That was your biggest hurdle.
Was
The
actually
technical side of everything.
was really
Computers and how to put those things.
together and how to cut and paste, because I had no experience in that regard at all.
How are you now? 100%.
Oh, well, I
must
wouldn't
be
call
easy.
it 100%,
It's
but
close.
I'm self-taught.
You're self-taught. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's usually the best way. Okay, thank you, Penny. What are the benefits to you, if there are any benefits to you as being an independent business owner that works for yourself? Are there any benefits to you?
You can determine what your hours are, especially in the field that I'm in.
Yes.
With
Keep
the
it up.
weight loss.
Yes.
Okay, so I can really determine my own hours, but then again, you've got to realize that dedication is everything.
Yes.
So it's no good saying to people, oh yeah, sure, come in and weigh.
Yes.
I'm here between this time and that time, and you decided, well, I'm going for afternoon tea with Mary down the road. That doesn't work. Okay, so you've got to be reliable, you've got to be punctual, you've got to be committed.
Is there any freedom in it? I mean, is there any time to yourself? I know it's got so busy.
Oh,
for you.
yes.
So you are sort of having that time.
Yeah, well,
How is it compared to you? How is it compared now? I want to ask you this question. How is it compared to when you were working for somebody else? Is there a big difference to you?
well, you had to go cap in hand and say to your boss, could I please have time off? I need to go to the doctor. Now you turn around and you say to your receptionist, I'm going to the doctor, I'll see you back at 12 o'clock.
Is this the biggest benefit to you, being able to make your own decisions?
My time.
Your
yes.
time. Okay, great. Thank you for
You know,
that.
running a business is great to make money, but money isn't everything.
Yes.
Like, for instance, when my children were in matric,
Yes.
I would finish school, I would finish work at 2 o'clock. By the time I got to pick them up, it was 2:30, school was coming out. So I was with my children in the afternoon.
Okay.
So my children never ever had to go and go to an aftercare or go home to an empty house. I was always there with my children.
Okay. So this makes a big difference.
That
It's
makes
the
it,
time
as
that
far as
you
I'm
have,
concerned,
more than the money.
much more.
Okay, good. Your present challenges. Do you have any at the moment? Keeping it running.
I'm actually closing one business at the moment to concentrate back on this business because this is where my passion lies. And if you have passion, it's not all about the money.
Yes.
It's about helping people, making it a better place for everybody concerned. And obviously, in time, the more honest you are with your patients, the more openness that you show them,
Yes.
they then in turn reward you by sending you clients. And I'm wanting to break into medical aid industry because medical aids don't see weight loss as a medical condition.
Okay.
They will give you um, benefits for drug addiction. They will give you benefits for alcoholism, but they will not give you benefits for weight loss because they think it's self-inflicted. But there's nothing different with regards to an alcoholic, a drug addiction, or a person that has an addictive nature that just eats all day. It's exactly the same. So this is what I'm going to, this is my biggest challenge, and this is what I'm wanting to really break through into my next hurdle, as it were.
Medical aids accepting this as
Medical aids
as a normal
accepting the
condition.
fact that everything that we eat is fattening. Everything that we eat that is nice is fattening. Whether it's chocolate, or whether it's that so-called health bread roll, where you've got your bread, your lettuce, your ham, your tomato, your whatever on it. At the end of the day, everybody's bodies work differently. And if you're insulin resistant, your body is going to convert that to fat.
I hear you.
So that's where I'm trying to get in there and speak to somebody that really understands where I'm coming from, because irrespective whether you are an alcoholic, whether you have a drinking problem, whether you have a drug addiction, or whether it's just you sneak into the fridge every night and you start binge eating, it's a problem. And they need to be addressed.
Yes, and we will, with this video, we hope it gets to the right people in the medical aid industry. Thank you, Penny. Would you recommend the health industry, the health business to other people wanting to start out? Is it a business that you recommend they get started with?
Provided they are passionate about what they're doing and they see people as individuals and not as a bank account. Because if they start seeing rands and cents, no, they're in the wrong game.
Thank you, Penny. Just keep looking at the camera. What would you say are the future prospects of the health industry and of your business?
There will always be fat people with us, or obese people, or people that are vain and that want to lose a couple of kilos.
Yes.
And our program isn't just a quick fix program, it becomes a lifestyle. So whether you are 20
Yes.
or whether
Just
you are 70,
yes.
these are problems that can be rectified at any time.
Okay.
And
it doesn't matter what age you are.
No. We will always have people that are overweight. We will always have people that, for medical reasons, need to lose weight.
I want to ask you a question there. So you see people that get older naturally they battle to keep. Is it not tied to age? As you older you get, the more you battle to keep your body in shape. No.
Yes.
Is that the case?
Well, because you're not as mobile as what you used to be when you were 20.
Okay. So
you become sedentary. So you no longer can, maybe even if it's just the housework, you no longer can wash the windows and wash the floors because your bones don't allow it.
Okay.
Right. But you don't need to exercise to lose weight.
You don't?
No.
Is that a fallacy? Is that what people say? You need to exercise to lose weight? Is that a fallacy?
My doctor turned around and told me, more output, less input.
Okay.
And I said, well, great. You run the comrades. You do the doozy. I don't do any of this. So what do I have to do?
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why when I started the program, I went to him just to run it, by him to make absolutely sure that everything was fine and that there weren't going to be any problems. And Yes, I lost 18 kilos in 12 weeks, and guess what? I never moved off the city. I never did any exercise, and I
Wow.
never had loose hanging skin or
Just
any
purely by
eating
getting in tune
correctly
with your body's
and
body.
learning to understand your body and listening to your body.
Thank you. Thank you. Great. Thank you, Penny. Okay, tips and suggestions for anybody starting a business. Maybe not necessarily in your field. What from your extensive experience you've had in your past of owning your own business, what would you suggest somebody coming out of school, or maybe somebody in their 40s, 50s, or 60s, got some money and they want to start a business? What would your tips and suggestions be for them?
If they're coming straight out of school, I would suggest that they work for at least a year just to see what actually is out there, because when you're leaving school at 18 or 19, you really don't know anything.
Right.
You see the children, they go off to varsity and they'll do a degree, and 6 months into the degree they suddenly change and say, well, this is not actually for me. And when you're setting up a business, you've got expensive costs, even if it just comes down to computers and setting up an office and maybe employing staff. You don't want to do this and 2 months down the line decide, well, actually, this is not for me. So I would suggest to any new person, get into the workplace, put your feelers out there, see what actually is, what inspires you, then start your business. But if you've been in the workplace and you've seen, like for instance what I did, I did it. I thought it was easy, and I thought I could manage it. And I put it all together, and I did manage it.
Wow. Yeah, and funny enough, people sometimes when you're younger, you don't have that experience, that knowledge. I mean, for myself, even when I was 40, I was still trying to figure out what I'm trying to do, what's going on with my life. So I suppose that does happen to most of us. You leave school and you just maybe just not as focused as you should be on what you want to do, and you maybe follow the money. I'm not giving my opinions here. I'm just picking up on what people say. All right, thank you, Penny. I would like you. We're going to do. Is there anything else you want to add on our discussion that I missed out? Anything you want to tell the viewers? Anything you want to add? We haven't got lots of time. We've got maybe a minute and a little bit before we do the expo. Is there anything you want to add?
No, I think if you're going to start your business, you need to be committed.
Right.
You need to be dedicated. You need to give of yourself, because there's always somebody out there that's prepared to take advantage of you. And you need to be wised up to the fact. And stand your ground and be firm.
Thank you, Penny. You're going to do a little showcase on your business, just short. What makes Penny and her health business? What makes her unique from her competitors, from other people in the same business as you?
I have a system. It's a machine called the Best System. Hence the reason why it's Best Weight Loss. It's a bioenergy stress testing machine. So I can give you your different food groups,
Right.
and I can test to see whether your body is compatible with that food. Now, there's no other diet clinic out there that can do that.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good, Penny. That's good. All right, so there's definitely something unique. What I want you to do, we've come to the end now. I just want you to leave your full business name again, the address of where you are operating out of, and the contact detail or website if you've got that. Can we start with the full business name, just
Okay.
clearly?
The company is Best Weight Loss.
Right, and your address.
Okay. At the moment, I'm in Shop 8, Arcadia Centre, in Durban North.
Right. Telephone number.
It's easier to give you my cell number.
No problem.
082 726 3745.
Just repeat that for me.
082 726 3745. And our email address is feelgood@absamail.co.za. Our website is www.bestweightloss.co.za.
Thank you. The interview's at the end. You don't touch anything yet, Penny. I just want to say, Penny, you've got a unique piece. People that wants to get hold of Penny, she's got a very unique machine that can test your foods that nobody really else has. This is observe. This is observe what is Sean Fitzgerald. Please leave your comments, suggestions if you like this, and get hold of Penny. And please subscribe. It's free. Thank you very much. You can just hit the red button for me there, Penny. And just